we'll begin, we just pay our courtesy, left fist, right hand open. So the system that I'll introduce to you today is the system that was taught to me by Grandmaster William Cheung. The method is designed to, you watch the elbow, you watch one point, you control the elbow, you control one point, and you fight at an angle, which is called fighting on the blind side. So conventionally, often fighting is in the middle here, so he's throwing two arms and I'm having to deal with two arms and everything. So you want to line up with this elbow, and by moving to the blind side, by moving over here, you can fight with two arms against one arm of his. And then if he tries to block or defend, you can, arms crossed, pin the arms up. So you use your eyes to assess if he has too much weight on the front foot, then if you attack and you can pull his weight forward, or if he has too much weight on his back foot, he'll have trouble evading the force, the initial force if you move into him. And so this is the position you want. And when you get here with you want to do a lap sau. So you attack his balance, you pull his weight forward. He has to recover his balance before he can counterattack. So this gives you a few moments. This is only temporary because obviously he's going to recover. But whilst he's in this position, you can then go for pressure point, or you can go for vulnerable targets. When you step in, you do the pak sau, and before you do the lap sau, he blocks with his rear hand, pushes, does a pak sau. So you can do a lap sau, and you pull him across this way, again on the elbow. If you pull it down this way, he can get this one out quite easily. But if you block with the rear hand, if you pull it across where his elbow is diagonally, then the knee doesn't bend that way, so you can attack the balance more easily. Let's do it the other way as well. Yeah, so he blocks with the rear hand, so you do a lap sau, and then you can hit here. And from there, you can pull the head back and go for the throat. Or you can pull this one back and then trap with this one, trap with the one that you did the punch with, and then you pin this way. So you can pin with a lap sau, or you can pin with a pak sau, and then you can go for the throat. Okay, so the same for you guys is when you come around here, if you keep moving this way, so that you don't, because if he resists me and pushes back into me here, you have to absorb the energy down your rear leg. But if you move in here and you move across, you can pull him and you can change the angle. He now, of course, has to face me, and as he faces me, I change again. So that and if he really tries to face me, then I go back this way. Yeah. So most people aren't used to changing the angle. They're naturally, we all do straight line as an automatic thing. So he comes in, lap sau, and then as he's doing that lap sau, you're already taking a step. You're already taking a step, and you face the point of contact. Then you see the elbow, and now all his force is deflected this way. So half the point, one of the major points of doing the chi sau is that during the execution of his punch, that you feel it with your contact reflexes, and you interrupt it in the middle of his execution, change the angle, and then it gives you the elbow, and then you can then counterattack. That's it. You do the lap sau. So when you do the bill sau, you can do a lap sau and take him down, or from the bill sau you can do a pak sau and go in that way. So either a pak sau or a lap sau, and you can use a tan sau and then a pak sau, or you can use a tan sau and then a lap sau. So it's interchangeable. Yeah? So try some of that. Yeah. You can also step away if you pak sau my arm, and then you do a lap sau, and if it's quite tight there, you can just step back and then step back in again. Yeah. The 5 stages of combat, you have pre-contact where you're watching the leading elbow to give you some signals before you make contact. Then you have contact. And contact is where you have all your deflections and all your defense from there. And from the deflection, you then can get into using 2 arms at the same time. So if you both find yourself in exchange distance, both trying to compete, that's when one of you wants to move back to contact distance, deflect the force, and then come back in when you've got the superior position, when you've got the upper hand. Yeah.
The main Wing Chun, traditional Wing Chun fighting strategy is you watch the elbow, just watch 1 point, control the elbow, control just 1 point, and fight on the blind side. Because you fight on the blind side, you control the elbow, and you've got the leverage advantage.
Just to recap, we're watching the leading elbow for any signals. And in a straight punch, the elbow moves 2.5 times slower than the fist. In a round punch, the elbow moves 4.5 times slower than the fist. And it's further away from your eye, so it's easier for your eye to track the movement of it. And just as we've been doing, we watch the elbow, we block and we trap, we pin on the elbow.
Your arm distance is longer, much longer than the elbow to the shoulder distance of your opponent. So you have the longer leverage. So that is the whole idea about winning strategy for fighting Wing Chun.
We're going to take a stage slightly further back. So I'm going to go in with a punch if you just do a pak sao. So this movement that is the beginning of the Silam Tao form, the Hun Sao, Lao Sao. So as he deflects, pushes over there, force has only got one direction. So as he moves there, you slip the arm and you Hyun Gurk, you circle your foot and get on the elbow, and then you punch, and then you're back into this situation that you've just been dealing with. So you throw a punch in the center, you slip, and then you move to the outside. You can also do a Chun Sao. So you do a Chun Sao, Lap Sao, and move to the outside. So you can either deflect him with the Chun Sao, or you can deflect him just by bringing your arm back and then moving to this side, and then you can go into some of those, or sweep, or elbows that you guys were doing a minute ago. So try that, yeah. See, if you aim the punch in, he has to stop it, otherwise it's going to go in. So enough for him to do that, and then when he pushes, then you just allow it just to come off that energy and then go into it. Or you can do the Chun Sao, so you let it stick a little bit here, and then free it with the Chun Sao. Yeah. Try and play with that. See what you think. Yeah. As soon as you're getting that, then you're coming away. Yeah. Let his force carry on that way. So you release his force. Yeah. Or you deflect his force with the physical move. Yeah. But the lead one, you release his force. And then you've got your other moves.
Yeah. I think it's so simple.
If you move with small steps, you can interrupt your movement much easier. The bigger step that you do, you're committed until your weight settles again. Then you can move again. But if you move in small steps, then you can reposition. And of course, it's a dynamic situation. So whatever move you're going to do, he's going to do something during that time period. So if you can go in and you can adjust as you're applying it, if he suddenly changes, you can change. Yeah. You're still in control of what you're doing, still in control of your balance. Yeah. So again, of course the vulnerable point is the elbow. So nothing wrong with doing a lap sao on the wrist, but if you can reach the elbow, of course you can get that situation where you attack his balance and attack his structure. So we'll go for the elbow. So you want to step in, go for the elbow, go for a low punch to the floating rib, and then to the face, exchange, pak sao, and then a punch to the face. So in the air, it's lap sao, punch, low punch, high punch, pak sao, punch. So it's lap sao, low punch, high punch, pak sao, punch. So lap sao, low punch, high punch, pak sao, punch. And with all these drills that we've been doing, once you make contact with that arm, you always switch your attention to the other arm, because the other arm is the threat. You know what this one is doing. Plus his force is directed, so it's not at you. If his force is here, then you have a problem because it's right at you. So the moment you turn his arm, this one becomes the threat. And either you can feel him use it through here, so you can pull down and do that, or he throws the rear hand, in which case you can defend it, bring it across, and then trap and pin as you were doing. So you transfer, you use your eyes, so you watch the elbow, then you watch the target, and you keep an eye on that rear hand to make sure that doesn't come into play. 1, 2, 3. So the timing is you step, you do the lap sau, low punch, high punch, pak sau punch. And you want to keep the elbow as a defense. You don't want to do it too fast, too soon, otherwise you expose the center, so you don't want to open up too quickly. So you step, then do the lap sau, low punch, high punch, pak sau punch. Let's do it the others. So lap sau, low punch, high punch, pak sau punch. Low punch, high punch, pak sau punch. Okay, give that a go, yeah. It's called, this one's called cross leg. Lead legs are across from each other. When it's cross leg, we always step in the middle. If we step on the outside, then you can get turned. Both of us are not in a very good position.
That's why I was questioning whether you stretched legs to come through.
No, stayed in this stance. And then what we were doing with the parallel leg, the advantage goes to the one that steps on the outside, because obviously he's all that way. Yeah, and the same thing, I'm all, exactly. So yeah, so you step in, and when you get that elbow, his structure here is strong. So if his arm is down here and I try and pull him or move him, there's not much you can do with him. But if you bring his elbow in at an angle here, there's nothing he can do, and it breaks his balance. So when you do that step in, you want to put break his structure there. Low punch, high punch, and then here. So now we're doing cross leg. So we go in, laps out the elbow, low punch, high punch, pak punch. So you go for that elbow. So the main thing is to deflect that force. Make sure that that's not pointing at you. If in the middle of it, as you're doing this, if he was to throw the other one, you just move to the blind side as we've been doing. You know, he does the lap sau and low punch, and before he does the high punch, you face the point of contact. So you deflect this low punch. You do a gang sau to the outside, pak sau to the elbow, and then pak sau punch, lap sau punch. So he comes in, cover, and then you go back to the blind side. And then the same thing, if you see the arms are crossed, you can pin the arms. It depends where you are. If you find yourself a little bit too far around this way, you can go for this one and then just fight on the other arm, the short arm. So, yeah, so gang sau, pak sau punch. Or you can go gang sau, and you just cover this one here, and you move across to the short arm. Or you push this one up and then do a lap sau. His arms are slippery now. His lap sau's not so good. Might have to go for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So if you're going to go for this one, if you push this one, you want to push it towards your shoulder here, and push a chun sau up, so that you defend against the other arm if it's coming in. Then you go for that lap sau, and then you can go for your strikes. So gang sau, gang sau, gang sau, pak sau, chun sau. Gang sau, and then you come over to this one. So that's 3. But let's just to get going, let's concentrate on, you face the point of contact, you cover this one, and you push it across, pak sau, lap sau to the outside. Gang sau, pak sau. Okay, let's try that. So it helps to shut off the target area as you go for that punch. Low punch, yeah. It helps to shut off the target area. Then you can push it across, and then you can get around it. Yeah. If you're close enough, you can do that, and you can counter with the other arm. Yeah.
Well, you weren't stepping in, were you? You were just.
I was staying in stance. Yeah. So if you did the lap Sau to my elbow, and yeah. So it's all right. It doesn't matter. Then I was just staying in the same stance. So once I'd done this, I just step over that way, push it across, and then continue to stay in. So from here, you push this one up. So you pull this fist past you so it doesn't hit you. Chun Sau here, so you can get to this elbow. Then you can pull the elbow down.
Does it get you on the opposite side or the same side?
It's the same. This one is on the. Sorry, this one is on the same side. So you push it up, and then you
It does come round.
Yeah,
so you're not switching sides.
That's it. And you can use this one if it's if he does it to the head. If it goes to the head, you can do the same. The same one.
Switch.
Yeah, the same switch. Yeah. Try that one. Try it to the head as well. Try it.
You get some momentum with that.
So if you do the lap Sau and a low punch, so you cover here, and then you push this up. Again, step away, push this up, and then that gives you that lap Sau here, and then you can counter-attack back. So you're going in here, you push it up, and then you come back that way. Or, that's it. Or you see this one here, you go for this one. So you have two choices, or this one. See that one by far favours me for that, or you push because he's moving. The more energy he puts into you judge. Either I'm going to go this way, or this one's too much, I can't do that one, I push him down that way. So you play with those choices, see what his energy is giving you as to which feels right for you. Chun Sau is a threading block or a feeding move. So if you intercepted with a Pak Sau, and then you followed your own arm up to find the point of contact, so you Chun Sau, Chun Sau through. So you could do if a round punch was coming in, you could do a Bill Sau, then you could do a Chun Sau and get onto the outside that way. Or you could do a Pak Sau, Fak Sau, Pak Sau, Chun Sau. Or you could just simply do a Pak Sau, Chun Sau. From, feed it across, Pak Sau, Chun Sau, strike. And then the same thing, go for all the, whatever you want to put on. Yeah. Take for water in a minute because it's a hot day. So if you throw a round punch, so do a lap Sau, we'll face the point of contact here, and then you can strike to the face, and then you do a Gang Sau here, and then you're back on the blind side. So lap Sau, Gang Sau. You of course are hoping that you land the punch, so in theory he's going backwards. So as he goes backwards you can chase, and you can move to the outside. And then you're in the same position. If he blocks with his rear hand, you've got arms crossed and you've got everything else that you were doing before. You can also do that. I wasn't going to do that. You can also, if his arms are a little bit wider, as some methods of fighting that way, you can move into this side, attack his balance here. So just the same way as you would take the elbow here and it breaks his structure, you can break his structure here so that you're not under too much threat from this one. Then you can strike here, then you can strike with the other hand. Then you can do the same thing, go for the throat. So for that one you move away from this one, put this punch quite high, so if he does manage to get this one around, it doesn't take you much to deflect it. And then go here, and then go for that one. Sorry, you don't have to feed it, it's all right. So there's that one, and then there's the round punch which comes deeper in and you go into a Gang Sau. Okay, try that. Yeah, so same thing. So the round punch comes in, you do that lap Sau, and then go to the wrist, because the wrist you can move him very, very easily. And if you go to the elbow, the tendency is the elbow starts to come out, which means he can take the elbow or he can strike in the middle. So to maintain your defense with the elbow, you keep the elbow behind it, then you can come in. That's better. That's better.
So you jam and I overpower, is that what you're saying?
Okay, so here. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Once you go in here, you think, oh, that's too much. Yeah.
Most people's natural instinct would be to force to
Would be
fight
to
back.
fight back, yes. Yeah. Yeah, the moment you make contact and you detect it, you do that.
Sau practices.
Yeah, great. Yeah, cool. So if you throw a round punch, we do a Bill Sau, lap Sau, and then, so do a T-step. So from this side neutral stance, which is side neutral stance, 45 degrees pointing in at your opponent, 30 degrees pointing away, and then do a T-step, and do a Bill Sau, and then you want to do that lap Sau at the elbow to attack his balance, and then lap Sau punch, pack Sau punch. Bill Sau, lap Sau. You can even angle it high, yeah. You could use a kick, you could kick with it and then go in if you wanted to. So get used to the hands first, so you get that coordination going, and then if you want to, put the kick in. Okay. Good.
With the T-step,
Yeah,
if you're not going to kick,
yeah.
still T-step?
Yeah, you can still T-step, you throw whichever one. Yeah, you still, because you're trying to get around here, so you can use a gang Sau.
Okay.
You can use a Bill Sau and a lap Sau.
Yeah.
You could use a Bill Sau, Chun Sau, lap Sau.
It's only because I'm finding it difficult with timing
Yeah,
of when to T
yeah.
as I'm coming in,
Right.
isn't it? So like as the punch is coming in,
Yes.
I'm already in T
Yeah.
and then lap. Yeah?
Yes. Or I mean, if you're finding that less comfortable, you can go in with the Bill Sau, push in with the Bill Sau, and then come around. So you actually go towards the punch, but you've got to be careful that your aim is right on the elbow. It's,
of course,
because
yeah.
if you miss, you end up getting it straight in the chops. So almost come across a little bit more, so that you don't just put your arms out and then suddenly you have it here. So yeah, so it's almost a Pak Sau Chun Sau, and then come around. Yeah. There's many variations, and you just do it. You find the one that suits you the best, and then practice that one, and then we pick up the other ones later on.
You did go over, didn't you? The gang.
Yeah, gang Sau to sort of take it down. You go Bill Sau, gang Sau. You could even do Bill Sau, Hun Sau. If you did this and you kicked him, so he attack his balance, so he can't move. Then you could pull this one away, come around. Yeah. Traditional Chi Sau, Grandmaster Cheung's traditional Chi Sau. The Tan Sau is held high, and the Phuc Sau has a 45-degree angle on it. It's not done in this way. It's done at an angle with a little tunnel here for deflecting the Tan Sau away from the center. And the same principle with the rest of the Wing Chun is you protect your center. Sometimes Chi Sau is done out here, but we do it in the center here. And then you have the Bong Sau, and I know there's a lot of Bong Saus that are done in this fashion, but we do it here this way with the energy going down to the tip of the finger. And then you just go from your Tan to your Bong, and the Phuc Sau just follows what the other person's hand is doing. So, and then when you do the rotation like this, to start off with, if you direct your energy at the other person's center, which I think is pretty much the same for everybody's versions, and then from that you interpret the energy, and you interpret the force. So if we start with a lap Sau, so if you bring the Bong Sau over a little bit, and then exactly the same thing as we were doing before, there's the four things: the balance, opening, elbow, and arms crossed. So you bring his arm over a little bit, so you expose the elbow, and then you get hold of the elbow, and then you get your openings, and then you watch for the other arm if the arm's crossed, but if that happens. So you rotate, and then you step over this way. So if he chases you with this one or tries to punch with this one, your arms crossed, you can pin the arms. Let's do the other side. So you just bring the Bong Sau over a little bit, go for the elbow, and then pin the arm. Okay, let's start with that one. So you bring your Bong over a little bit so you get closer to the elbow, and then pin this one underneath. So you just move your
simpler the
just,
better.
yeah. So you can stay in the middle here, and then just when you're ready to do the move, you just bring it over a little bit, and then to give you that elbow, and then to go in. Yeah.
Whoa,
Try
that's,
that.
yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So it's just
That's it, and you step this way. That's it. Step towards the blind side. That's it. Yeah.
That elbow there. Trap it there.
And take a little step as well. Take a little side step just to get the angle. That's it. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Good.
You want me to do it?
You do the lap Sau. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. So you do a Bill Sau, similar to how we did in the cross arm Chi Sau. Then you see the elbow. You do a lap Sau, and then you're back on the blind side. Yeah.
Boom.
That's it. So you do a Bill, cover this one, and then you do a lap Sau. So you counter that back. So if I do that to you, so if I bring this one over and I get the elbow, and then with this one, you build towards me, that's it. Actually, over there, that's it. And then you can come down on this one, that's it, you got it. Yeah.
You.
That's it,
Elbow.
that's it. You got it, yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it with you. Yeah. So you do the lap Sau. That's it, so you do a Bill, lap Sau, and you're on the blind side. And then same thing, you've got the trap and the pin if you need to.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll do that. I'll do it to you. So I do the lap Sau. So you do the step over there, do the Bill.
I'll cross there.
That's it. And then you're on the elbow. That's it. And then if I do that, you got it.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, try that.
Fantastic.
So we'll do the counter, right? So if you do the lap Sau, so you do a Bill Sau. Oh, floor's getting slippy. So you do a Bill Sau, side step, and you've got the elbow, and you come down on the elbow. might have to find a different system. Yeah. In actual fact, the earlier counter, as you go to do it, if you see the arms crossed, you can do it. You can do a Jut Sau, but you can also do a Bill. Yeah. So I'll do it with you as well. Thanks, Harry. So you do the lap Sau. That's it. So you do a Bill Sau, lap Sau, and then if I do it to you. So if I go here, so you step over that way, do a Bill Sau, or 10, it's fine. Then you come down on the elbow, that's it, and you're in the right place. So I do a lap Sau, 10, that's it, attack the balance, yeah, and then you're on the blind side. So I do it with you first. So very similar to what we did earlier on, so if you do the lap Sau, and do a Bill Sau, lap Sau, and then you're back on the blind side. In fact, so you do a Bill and then you side step. So that move as well. So if you go and do the lap Sau, so before then you see the arms are crossed, so you can do a Jut Sau. So that's actually before this counter. So you watch that, you do a Jut, and then you can go in there, or as he takes the arm, you can do a Bill. You can point on this one. You could point towards the eye, and then he's got the fingers in the eye, but you don't want to jab. It doesn't matter. You don't want to jab him in the eye. You want that balance attack so that you can do the other bits. Yeah, let me do it with you as well. So so if you do the lap Sau, that's it. So you do the Bill, and then the lap Sau, and then if I do it for you. So So I go over here.
That's that one.
That's it towards me there, and then come down on the elbow, and that's it. A little bit more around
bit
there.
more
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm coming over here. Yeah, that's great. Because you want my energy here.
Yeah.
If it's a little bit here, then I can put something back. But if it's here, I actually have to turn to you to do anything. Yeah. Cool. So if you do the lap Sau, you can do a tan pack, and then go here, and then go into this one. So
you're counter striking as he's basically striking.
well, yeah. So you can go in for it as he goes to turn. You can go straight in.
Okay.
So do you want to, can you see that, guys, as well? So as he does the lap Sau. Sorry. Yeah.
Locked me up already.
Sorry. That's it. So you can go in with a Quan, you can go in with a 10 pack. Just go forward. But because he's reaching round here, you're pushing that across. So you literally you can just go in with it. Yeah. Give that a go. See how you get on. So from the rotation, if you thrust this one forward here, and then you can come over to the elbow. So you go in with this one, and he blocks with a Jut Sau, and then you can come round to the elbow here. Or you can just go to the elbow on this side. The stance, although the stance looks a little bit open here, again, because you've got the elbow, he can't kick, so you're still safe from that position. So that's from the Tan Sau. So the Tan Sau, you can bring his bong over a little bit, again, to get a little bit of an edge on the elbow. You come up to the elbow here, and then side step, little side step. If he chases you here, you still have arms crossed, so he can't chase. And of course, if he fires in this direction anyway, he's missed. But if he chases, you have the arms crossed. And then you just go up for that elbow and then bring it down. Or you can make him worry about this one. You're going in with this one, so he's busy blocking that one, and then you sneak around for the elbow on that side, and then everything else that we've been doing you can apply. So give that a go. Because on the other one we were coming under with the Phuc Sau. On this one we're coming under with the Tan Sau. So we'll push with the Phuc Sau over a little bit to help expose the elbow, and then you can then grab that, or you can do it with the palm. So you make him try and defend this one, and whilst he defends this one, then you sneak around for the elbow. Yeah.
The palm, you sort of leave more of an open gap to sort of. So. Yeah. So
I mean, you can go through. If he doesn't block it, you can go. You can go in, and then you can go for this one.
But,
so you can.
Really good at you
palm
sort of almost open up
Yeah.
to make them strike, really.
Yeah. It really, you want the elbow, you want the same strategy, the same blindside. But as that's coming through there, if it was that way, then you go this way.
Yeah.
You go the other side.
Right.
So it depends on what he's doing. Or you go this, if he just blocks this one, just straight down. Yeah, if he just tries to block that, then you can go this way. Yeah. And you can help it just by, if you're just going for the elbow, you can help it with a little push. But when you do that little push, it also gives him his elbow, so you have to be...
Yeah.
Who spots it first? Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting because the Jut Sau that is William is using is a vertical jut. So yes, I mean that's a classic Jut Sau. But he's using a jut like that in his Chi Sau. So that's why when you can do that, it's easy to maneuver from that. But if you do it this way, that would be a different situation. So if you do that Jut Sau, I see. Yeah, it pulls it in, it holds. Yes, yeah. In which case that's a jump. Yes, yeah. So for that one, you would want to do a Gang Sau here.
Okay.
Yeah, because the jut is going back, drawing it in. You're better off changing and doing that. If he does the jut in the way you would do a jump, then you can do it, yeah, because he's just here, so then you're free to do it. But if he does a jut back towards you like that, then you're better off pinning his arms that way. Yeah, yeah. That's good, interesting to see. Yeah. So when you go around to get that elbow over there, you can see this elbow is exposed, so you can do a pak sau and counter that way. That's right. So just as it goes away, you do a pak sau. That's it. So you just pick up the elbow before he gets round. So if I do that to you, as I go to do this one here, my elbow's exposed, so you just go in. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, try that.
So,
Yeah, in fact, just go for the lap sau from the tan, so that as soon as you just go for the elbow.
straight.
Yeah. So as it moves, the elbow is exposed. You see? So
as I go for the elbow.
As you go for the elbow, that's all right. Yeah. You can, from your foot sau, the elbow is exposed for a moment there, so you can trap the elbow to interrupt his lap sau. Yeah.
I see that straight away.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I'm trying to come round there.
Oh.
That's it. Just slow it down a little bit. It'll be this one. That's it.
It's this one here.
That's it. So just as he goes.
I'm the other way up, don't I? Tom, sorry.
It's all right.
Me not doing
No. Just do it slow. Just do it slow. So
Yeah.
as that moves.
That is the opening.
Yeah, you see, as he
go
goes,
for the elbow.
because as he goes, you're going with him, and then you
Oh, I see.
you
So
just go to the elbow.
Just keep the contact.
Yeah,
Right.
and then you've got the elbow. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's
Do it slow, nice and slow.
there. I'm trying
There, that's it.
You're keeping
Push it
his
towards
elbow.
him.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, because now we're getting right there. Yeah, no.
Trapped you, yeah.
So there's a, if you do a pak sau, you can do a chun sau. So you can actually let this one come underneath and go to that side. Or you can just do the normal bong. If he just does a pak sau, you can move with the bong sau and then come back in that way. But as he does, or the jut, as he does the jut, you can, as he does the pak sau, you can do a jut. Or, as I said, he does the pak, and you go underneath here and do a chun sau. Have a play with those, see what you think. That's pretty good, you adjusted to that quick. So to counter the other one, so I'm going for the elbow, and you pak sau my elbow here. So to deal with this pak sau, you sidestep this way, and then you trap back. So I'm initially going for this elbow, you pak sau my arm, but you pull it down, so you protect your elbow
This is the
straight
one
away.
where you've been immobilising my arm before I've managed the technique.
So yeah,
This one.
that's one there. So
Yeah.
he's been trapping it there, and then he's got
Yeah.
arms crossed, and he's got all
That's it.
the positional
Yeah.
advantage. And then, but what you do is as you go for this, and as he goes for that, you take this one and you
So
put
I go
it behind
for the crossover.
Yeah.
So I'm going for the other arm.
That's it.
You know what I'm doing.
That's it. So so as it go for this,
Yeah.
and then you go for your pak sau, you shut it down on this side and do a little side step again. Yeah.
Okay.
Counter to the counter.
You're liking this. You're building on this. Building on this. I get a counter, you get counter to the counter. Yeah.
So for that other one with the, so I'm coming underneath for this elbow, and you do that pak sau here. So to counter that, you take a little side step, and you cross up those two arms, and then you trap back. You pin back on the elbow. So I go for the elbow, you do that pak sau, and then you cross the arms up here, and then you're back on that side. Let's give that a go. See how you get on. Counter to the counter. That's it. That's it. You got it. You got it. Yeah. You're welcome. So I go for here. You do the pak sau. Oh, if it's quite a strong pak sau, then you have to go the other way. But if I go for here, you get on the. If you get the elbow, that's it. You get the elbow, then you go this way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If it goes the wrist, you've got to go the other side. So if I go here and you pak sau on the wrist, then you just come back that side. Yeah, yeah. You did this one, and did you do the pak sau to the? Oh, okay, right. So that's what we've been doing with those guys. So as you go for this one, you pak sau that side palm or punch, and then arms crossed, pin, whatever. Yeah. And also the counter. So if I do this and you go to pak sau my arm, then you can shut it down. But if you pak sau's the elbow, because your elbow is exposed here, so then you shut it down that way. I'll go for the lap sau. So I go for here, and then you do the pak sau. And then as he does the pak sau, you just lap that arm and shut the pak down. So it's counter to the counter time. As you go for this one, he does that one, and then you sidestep again. So if maybe we're going this side. If you come in with a tan sau, so he does a tan sau, and you deflect that force over there, and then you've got the elbow here. So then you can counter-attack back on this side. So you move over here. Little side step again to the blind side, little edge on that elbow, and then counter-attack. You can go for the elbow. On this one, you can actually push his elbow and then take control. Let's do the other way. Yeah, try that. It's harder as the day goes on, isn't it? Because the brain's going, oh, I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah, the brain's on meltdown.
The brain's on meltdown. So you come in, step in and attack with the tan sau, the palm strike. That's it. Yeah. So you just do a little side step.
Okay.
And so do the same thing.
So
Actually, as you do that, you do a jut sau. So as you're coming in with the palm, jut sau, then a gang sau.
track it.
That's it. So you can feed the two together, and then there. In fact, I should have explained that. So as the palm comes in, jut sau, gang sau, and then here. So it's a jut sau and a gang sau as you do the side step. I forgot to mention the jut sau, and then so put that in there, and you should be easier. I thought everyone was looking a bit confused. I thought, yeah. That's right. Crucial element missing. Yeah. That's for the seminar tomorrow. Yeah, you could do that. You could do a double palm. If you deflected him enough, so if you come in with a tan ash, if you deflected him enough, you could do double palm that way, or pak sau punch, lap sau punch, whichever. Yeah, so you could give him.
It's like that dummy sequence, isn't it?
That's right.
Above and below the arm.
Exactly. Yeah. Popeye Cheung. Yeah. Yeah, cool. You can do it that way, or you can, from the gang, from the gang itself, you can just rotate that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, grab that. So you do the tan. So yeah, if that's there, straight away for the arms crossed. Yeah.
When we were ending up in that
Oh, okay. It's like it's a lap sau, and you do a pak sau here.
yeah.
Just pull it back.
Just pull it back, just
yeah.
like inside like
Yeah. So you just
bang.
yeah.
It's the same hand, yeah.
Because he's likely to overcommit to not want to have that.
like that.
Yeah. And then you bring it around, or you could just pull it.
Pull him in. Oh yeah.
You could just pull it down. Yeah.
Because I always end up by myself.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a sort of funny thing.
So what have we done? So he's. I do an attack. He does a gang sau, and he does a punch. Okay, yeah. So you do a quan sau, and then double palm. So you attack in here, Quan, and then double palm. Try this side. So you push him to the that way, expose the elbow here, and then you've got the lap Sau. Same thing that we've been doing all along. Little move to the blind side, and then counter attack. Double palm, or just lap Sau punch, pak Sau punch. So from here, I'm attacking with the Tan Sau like you did on the previous one. He's doing the Jut Sau and the Gang Sau. And then, so I'm deflected, my force is going over this way. And now he's on the blind side. So he's got my center. So you take the rear foot and you step over towards that side. And then you do a Quan Sau, Tan and low Bong. Do a Quan Sau to keep, cover both arms. And then from here, you've got the elbow right in front of you, so then you get hold of the elbow for counter attack. Or you could just step in and double palm and give him a nice shove backwards. Or you can do let me do a pak bill. So you go here, you can do a pak and a bill, and then come over here. So you go here and then you deflect his arm and you poke him in the eye at the same time whilst you go to his elbow. So that's really unfair. That's not nice. Obviously be careful of that one.
Isn't it straight attack from the tarn?
Yeah,
I'm doing
that's right.
palm strike.
Yeah. And then Jut Sau, Gang Sau and punch, which was what we did. It's the same move that we did on the last the last one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he comes in with the palm.
There.
So it's this one, and then from here, he does a Quan.
Bong.
That's it. Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
And then you can either
I'm
take
going
this
for
and
the
do a lap
elbow.
Sau on the elbow. That's it. Yeah. Stick with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do the other one in a minute. Well, the ones I showed, but stick with that.
Right. Okay.
Get hold of that one, and then we'll revive the other two I showed. Yeah. That's it.
And then
Yes. Yeah, that's it. But do a lap Sau. If you can do a Gang Sau because because you already turned him, it gives you that balance break. Yeah. So you don't need to. This is fine because you can use that to turn and then do that. But because you already turned him, this is the bit that's the bit that you want. Yeah.
fair play. Making it more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah, I do seem.
This one on the outside. Yeah. So you, low bong. That's it. Yeah. So you push him all the way across there. Then it exposes that. Yeah. But for that elbow, you already done the. What am I doing? I'm attacking. So you do the gang. So you do the punch. Yeah. So because you're already here, you don't need to turn him. You don't need to turn him again, really, because you're already here. So you expose this elbow. So then you can just get down on with the lap Sau. Yeah. I mean, you could, but because you already rotated him a little bit, it's giving you the elbow. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Try the pack bill. Try the palm and then pack bill. That's it. Lap Sau. Yeah. So once you've done that palm and he's done the gang sao, pak sao, bill sao. Bill, you step back a little bit. Quan sao, you can step in and around a little bit, but with the pak bill, you step back a little bit, so you get that deflection and the fingers toward the eye. Then you get the elbow, and then you can counter. Yeah. I'll try the other side.
Oh no,
That's it.
try the others.
Okay, here, gang sao, so pak bill, and then you get that one here. Yeah. Can we do it together?
Okay.
See if we can. So I go palm, you jut sao, gang sao, so it's pak bill towards the eye, and then you come back.
And go forward.
And
Okay.
there, yeah?
Yep.
Give it a go, see.
Want me palming?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm doing palm view then. This right,
It's when the other one, that's right. You can go towards the eyes, although be careful with
the
it.
eyes,
Yeah.
and then I'm still coming back for the
Then you
elbow
still come back
back
for the elbow, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Still follow
Yeah.
track the elbow, okay.
That's fine. So I go here, you do the thing, so you step back this way a little bit and push that towards his eyes, and then you can go onto that side. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. You could go the other side. You could if I was doing that, and you go here, and you find yourself, a little bit too much here. Then you could just do the lap sound, just come on that side. Yeah.
Just depends what position you're in.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was just saying to the guys there, if you found yourself and you weren't too far around, if you do the jut and gang sound, the punch, if you find yourself here and this elbow's too far away, you just go for this elbow. Yeah, it's the near, if there's the nearer elbow and it's too much to get for that,
Okay.
just come back
Always
on
the
that
nearest
side.
elbow.
Always the nearest elbow. Yeah.
As you say, you search for it, so yeah.
Yeah.
Where
And-
is it? This one's get out of ball, the other one isn't.
That's it. You start tuning your mind to search for it all the time, And then when you're practicing the wooden dummy, there's the arm, there's the elbow, there's the elbow, there's the elbow. So you're always moving around. You're always keeping your eye moving from one thing to another. And you can feel what he's doing once you make contact, so you don't have to worry too much about the immediacy of what's going on because your contact reflexes are dealing with it.
Yeah.
And then it frees you up to use your eyes to look for those things, the elbow, the open target, and the arms crossed.
Oh, yeah, the opening for
Yeah.
where you're going to strike.
Yeah. So you get your eye to move for all those, to all those different points. And then you've got two energies working for you, not just the contact reflexes, but also the visual reflexes working in tune with the whole thing. Yeah. The punch is 0.11 of a second, so you require a little bit of, you can't see that. I mean, I think it's almost this kind of range. If somebody went to do a move, you can't see in time to react to it because your visual reflexes are 0.2 of a second, but your contact reflexes are 0.05 of a second. So if you can make some contact with the other person, you can feel and immediately you can respond. So you cut it down. Then you can use your eyes to process the other bits and pieces. Yeah, it's a great thing. Right, I think we're there, guys. I think we're 6:30. So good work. Yeah, thank you for coming today, and that's the end of the seminar. Well done. Yeah, great.